important. We touched on tariffs at the beginning. You can go back and rewind and just kind of teased on how is the US coming up with 25% or 37%. I've also given Greg a little homework assignment. He's going to run these sticky notes here that I have to Captain James, who may or may not be in Congress, but he's within running distance. Get these notes, and just what we touched on earlier in the show today, that we do have vets, our dear vets who fought for freedom, and they return home, and here they are in Canada, in Alberta, living on rats because they're not qualifying for government programs. So Greg's going to get a sticky note on that to Captain James. As well, we touched on policies and visions of our Canadian military, and my concerns of how they're going to unwhite white men, because white men are a target to the Canadian military. They want to end what they've classed is a problem, and that's the white man. They're using the white man as an example, and how they're going to end that. But Val has concerns, obviously, how do we unwhite people? So that's the second note there. Now, the currency is secrets from the inside. And I am not going to leave you empty-handed here. Okay, this is probably a big one. I was recently in Atlanta, and I met with somebody who had the highest level of security clearance that it made it difficult for her to answer some of my questions, because I'm an obsessive fact checker, and she spent her years in the basement of the Pentagon. And I ran into her in Atlanta as she was en route to Montreal, and she had just been in Rome, okay? And she had spent her career in the military. And so I was able to talk with her about what it was like to be a woman who served in the military. What was the treatment like for vets? What needs to be improved? Some, border stuff. It was just like amazing. It was amazing to hear about what it was like to be in the Pentagon. And like I said, she couldn't answer all of my questions. And I'm just going to leave it with a shout out for her this morning. Good morning, E. Meeting you was one of the coolest experiences of my life. So yeah, that's a secret from the inside, just a trip, right? Just a trip to Atlanta, and to make a connection like that when you're least expecting it was very cool. So that's a secret. That's the first actual contact that I've made with someone who could answer my questions about what it's like in the basement of the Pentagon. Because there's just one little area that I'm really focused on in the basement, but I'm not going to get too much more into that. That's another secret for another day. But there's a part 2 to this secret. While I was there, I was able to catch just a few minutes, and I don't want to have a spoiler alert, but this guy has a big show on Yellowstone, and I was able to catch some of it while I was there. So that was very cool. That's a secret from the inside.
Well, there you go, Val. Awesome. By the way, we got good big stuff to talk about in future episodes.
We do. That's just a tease. So thank you for joining the show today. We have quite a few people that are hanging on till the end here. We love you guys. We are excited to have you on the show with us. Secrets from the Inside Radio Network. Make sure and follow Greg's work. The best place, the easiest place, in my opinion, is just go on YouTube and type in Greg Meekin, and you are going to find thousands of hours of everything Alberta, USA. But I mean deep secrets. Deep secrets. If you want to hear military deep level stuff from Captain James, or you want to hear deep stuff to do with Alberta, or hear about some of these whistleblowers that I talked to. And on that note, I know we want to go out here fast.
Iraqi soldiers surrender to a UFO.
Right. That's next year stuff. Oh. Iraqi soldiers surrender to a UFO. That's that's not, you're going to hear more about that in 2025.
Yep.
But I will say this is super important. I just want to hit the throttle here for 2 minutes. this isn't a secret. This is real life. And this is what my life looks like as a military radio host and investigative journalist. I am going to say on record that if anyone else's pets in Alberta are taken out, that I am on that file. And I will publicly go into the details. I will do a rapid deployment on my own time, but under no circumstances are pets to be kidnapped and killed. Unacceptable. And it's Christmas time, and it's time that we all just settle in and get our heads and emotions and everything in order, because order is what keeps the calendar going. And yeah, I just wanted to make sure that that's on record, that there will be no more pets killed, stolen, killed, any that are being taken as hostage, they must be returned. So pets returned to victims in Alberta. And that's, I'm not asking, I'm actually saying, like, make that happen today. So I will be checking that file. That's an important file I'm working on right now. Outside of that, that's it. We're going to leave it. Secrets from the Inside, gregmeekin.com. You can find them on Rumble, Secrets from the Inside Radio. And thank you. Thank you for joining. And that's it from me. Greg, any parting words?
Only parting words to everybody out there is wake up in kindergarten every day. There's so much to learn and so little time. Because before you know it, you're in first grade. As far as I'm concerned, this day is kindergarten for me. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, Val Olson. As ever, more to come in the future, down the road as quickly as within days. Follow us, all that fun stuff. But thank you deeply, deeply from the bottom of my heart, Val Olson, and to you guys, the listeners. Bunch of peeps today, bunch of peeps. This is going to be replatformed. I think there's going to be a total of 8 platforms out there. But we're talking multi-countries, of course, Canada, England, Germany, Australia. We're talking Nevada, Las Vegas. We're talking up in Canada, of course, Ottawa, a bunch of peeps in Alberta. And believe it or not, I have a follower in British Columbia, believe it or not, Val. Anyhow, and down here, we're looking at Texas. We're obviously always looking at Arizona and stuff. So to all those folks out there. And you, Randy Natman, man, you, Randy Natman in Arizona, Kingman, Arizona. I love you, dude. I love you, dude. And thank you for being best pals since 1986. See you later, Val. That's it for me today. Appreciate it.